In the Valley. I'm Allison Ball, and today I'm going to do a quick and easy clam chowder soup. I love a great clam chowder soup. Super popular all around the world. New England version, this is my California cuisine version. And guess what? We got some bacon, we got some potatoes, we got some clams, we got some onions, we got some garlic, we got some butter, flour, and we have half and half celery thyme. We're gonna put all this loveliness together and make a big pot of soup. Let's get started. All right, so first things first, we have to render the bacon, because yes, bacon is in my clam chowder soup. I'm just gonna cut up, this is about 8 to 9 pieces of bacon, and this is gonna go into the Dutch oven first, because we need to render the fat. You gotta have some fat, some grease to get the whole base going. You know how that is. When you're making a hearty soup like clam chowder soup, you really need that base. And yes, and if you don't eat bacon, then just don't put bacon in it. You know what I mean? You do it with your butter or oil or whatever you do eat. But for this one, it's about bacon, it's about heartiness. It's that time of year where soups are super popular. And I love me a good hearty soup. So I'm gonna cut all this up, then I'm gonna take it over to the stove. We're gonna cook this first. I'll cook the bacon first, then I'll put the potatoes in and we'll build from there. Let's get started. Who doesn't love bacon? Well, I mean, some people don't love bacon. I have people who are like, that's yucky, but I'm sorry. I'm a bacon person. So we're gonna render this bacon first, get it all crispy, and then I'll remove it from the pan. When I remove it from the pan, we'll keep the oil and all the bits and pieces that still are in there. And then I'll cut up the celery, the onion, garlic, put it in there and start building my clam chowder soup. All right, so the bacon is rendered and cooked very well. Just please be careful not to get it popped in your face. But you really want the grease and the burnt parts that are stuck at the bottom of the pan to start the base for the soup, the clam chowder soup. Ow, I just got popped. So that's why I'm standing back a little bit. I don't mind getting popped on my arm, but my face, no fun. So we're gonna take this out, set it aside, and then we're gonna start building. I'm gonna put the onions in, I'm gonna put the celery in. I need to chop it all up, so I'm gonna turn this off for a minute or turn it on really, really low for a minute. I didn't chop everything, which I should have, but it's the end of the day, and you know, sometimes I'm not always that organized. So let me chop a quick onion up. Actually, I'm gonna turn this off for a minute, just so no popping in my face. So clam chowder soup, there's a lot of different versions of clam chowder soup. I like them all. All right, let's put the onions in. I'm gonna cut up some celery. 2 stalks at a time. But I like my vegetables chunky. I don't like real thin vegetables because they get all soft and I want to eat my vegetables. I don't want them all like little tiny perfect. That's not me. I like them chunkier. I'm not ready for the potatoes yet. I think I'll do 2 more. I'll do all the celery. All right, I'm gonna get this soft and then I'll add a few pieces of garlic and then we'll start building from there. Now I'm going to add chopped potatoes. Yum. And it's really just building a soup, like building a stew. This is the fun part about cooking for me, is just adding all the ingredients. Once I get the potatoes in, I'm gonna salt and pepper, put a little herbs in here, and let it start getting thick. And then I will put the chicken broth, a little flour, and we'll start thickening it up while this all sautés down. And this right here, this was probably about 4 rustic potatoes. You can use any kind of potatoes you want. This is what I had in my cabinet. This is what got used. All right, let's move that over. Put that little bacon grease and butter on top of these potatoes. All right, now I'm gonna just salt and pepper. Some pepper. Then and mix it up. Let me let this sit for a few seconds so all the oils can get on there, and then I'll keep building. All right, now I'm gonna add just chicken broth. I'm gonna add all this. I'm gonna take it up high so it boils a little bit, and then simmer it back down. I'm gonna put some thyme in here too. So there's the base for the soup. And what we're gonna do, we'll put some flour in it, we're gonna put some half and half, and we're gonna start thickening it up. But let's take it to a boil right now. Fresh herbs, you know what I say about fresh herbs here at Allie in the Valley, they're a must. If you don't have fresh, dry will do. But you know what, now that we're all at home, so many people are growing gardens, it's beautiful because herbs change the flavor of everything. Fresh herbs, and herbs in general. And if you want to be lazy sometimes, and you don't want to take, like, oh, I don't want to do all that to my herbs, you can just throw it in there like that and then take them out before you serve. Okay, I'll be right back. So it looks like everything's cooking very well. The potatoes and all the vegetables are soft now. Now I'm gonna add a little flour to thicken up the soup. So a little flour, then I'll add the half and half, and make a little mixture, and then put this into the soup to start thickening it up. It's almost like a paste, but we want to mix this so it doesn't clump in the soup. So that's why I'm doing it in a separate little glass bowl, so I can get all the clumps out. Yes. All right, then we add this in slowly. Okay, see how it gives it its white look to it, the creamy look. I could have clumped it a little bit more, took the clumps out more, but it's okay. It's looking good and it's smelling good. All right. So now that I did that, I'll add a little bit more of the half and half milk. Okay. So the clams with the clam juice. This is about 3 different kind of cans of clams. You can also put real clams in there, like fresh clams if you want. I think it's just so much easier because this really gives it that clammy taste. And then if you like, you can always add on top more clams. Okay, I need to take this up a little bit. Look at that, it's all coming together. Starting to look like clam soup, huh? Clam chowder soup. It's all about just building. All right. We're gonna let this cook for about 5 more minutes, and I'm gonna season it. Oh, let me put a bay leaf in it. We need to add a bay leaf. You gotta add a bay leaf to every stew, every soup, everything. And we'll take that out before we serve. And then once it's almost done, I'll add the onions and the bacon back, and we will be ready for our clam chowder soup. All right, I think that my clam chowder soup with bacon and potatoes are done. Look how beautiful this is. Right before I serve it, I'm gonna cut some green onions just for a powwow punch. You know, I gotta have my garnishes. I have some bacon left over to garnish. I need a little bit of onions, a little bit of chives. There you go. Let's try this homemade clam chowder soup. Cool. Put a little bacon on top of it. Little chives on top. I'm gonna skip the parsley because I always put parsley on top of everything. Okay, let's see how this comes out. Let's hope I don't burn myself. It's kind of hot, huh? Oh, good. Very clammy. It's hot. That's good. The bacon is the bomb with clams. Who would have thought bacon and clams? Whoever thought about it, this is the bomb. You know where to get the recipe? AllieInTheValley.com. If you like this video, hit the like button, and I'll see you on the next Allie in the Valley.